Hello everybody, today we're going to be going over how to shine combat boots, my preferred method for shining my shoes in Civil Air Patrol. However, you can use this method, of course, on dress shoes, but I have to warn you before you do this method that you cannot use it on patent leather shoes or any sort of cheater shoes that are plastic, because you'll just make the shine cloudy. Anyway, why do people usually want to shine their shoes? Besides making them look good, there are also a bunch of benefits. The first one being is that leather is porous, so when you put the polish on your shoes, it moisturizes them. And when you do this, you're increasing the life of your boots, you're preventing the cracking, and it's just a great way to actually save money when you get right down to it. Second of all, obviously we all know this, you'll get your shoes shiny, it looks really nice. But third, it also waterproofs the boots. Now, depending on how many times you shine your boots and the quality of your coatings, your results may vary. However, if you do get the just right result, then the water will just run right off of your boots wherever you have polish on them. Before we begin, we have to go over the do's and don'ts of polishing shoes. The first thing being is that if you're shining a brand new pair of boots, you want to make sure you get all of the wax off of them. When companies pack up boots, they put a coat of wax on them so that if they bump into each other or if they just are handled roughly in the packaging, they don't get scratched. It's a way of protecting them before you buy them. You want to make sure that you get all of this wax off. Make sure you get, like I said, you have to make sure you get every single last bit of it off, because that'll be a real big problem in the future. Now, unfortunately, the wax acts as a barrier between the leather and your polish, so if you shine, it's just going to create a mess, and then in the future, your polish will start to peel. So I recommend you take any sort of Scotch-Brite sponge, the one with the green rough surface on it, and you can strip off the polish. But if you do have any questions about this, I've made a separate tutorial video, and you can check that out on this channel. However, again, I have to emphasize this because it's a pain in the butt. Just make sure you get it all off. Second, a common misconception about shining boots is that a good way to go is to use parade gloss. I've seen many cadets doing this, and it always turns out disastrous. Parade gloss does make a very high gloss shine, but unfortunately it makes the polish get all flaky again. And then it just gets all over the place, and you can't shine the shoes. That's why you should stick to regular Kiwi shoe polish. The ones that come in the can, you can get them at CVS, any sort of store like that. Just plain old black shoe polish. Don't worry about any sort of parade gloss, because if you use this method, you can get a parade gloss shine without using parade gloss polish. Third, you have to make sure that you don't use Express Shine polish. Now, Kiwi makes this in a liquid form, on rubbing off of a sponge like these, and they also make them in a tube with a sponge on the end. You want to make sure you don't use this because these have alcohol in them, and when you put these on the boots, it actually dries them out. The alcohol makes the leather crack, and you're decreasing the life of the boots. And then, of course, this just makes it a big hassle in the future when you have to buy new boots. I'll give you a close-up of what this looks like. I've seen many people doing this, and it's just it's really sad to see people ruining nice pairs of boots. Lastly, you have to make sure that you don't use this method or any sort of polish on patent leather shoes, the cheater shoes, sometimes the base dress shoes from Evans Army Navy store. When you put real polish on them, if they have a high gloss shine when you first buy them, if you put real polish on, it'll make them look cloudy in appearance. And I did this when I was a cadet. When I first joined a couple years ago, I put polish on to my patent leather shoes, and I couldn't get any polish off. I had to bring it to a professional to have it removed. I'd recommend you just take Windex on a rag and you wipe it off from there. The items you're going to be needing to shine your shoes are Kiwi Shine, as I discussed earlier, cotton balls, and some water. It doesn't have to be warm or cold water, it could be any temperature. Hot water usually makes the application of the polish, it goes on slicker. That's just your choice, it doesn't really matter, you can still get a great shine either way. First thing you're going to do, obviously, is pick up your boot. I see people, they put on the boots, they stick it in their they stick their hand in the boot. You don't have to do that. All you need to do is just take the cotton ball and stick it in your water and make sure that it's soaking in. Alright? So then you should start to have it looking like this, where it's pinched on one end and you just have it soaked. Then you're going to take it and rub it in the polish. You're going to make sure you get a bunch on, and you're going to apply it to your boot. A common misconception that people have is that you can get a great shine without the water. And I've seen people doing this, and time and time again, they're proven wrong. You need water on your shoes. If you can't see water droplets as you're going around in circles on the shoes, then you're doing it wrong and you need to add more. Alright. Now, if you do have a lot of polish on the cotton ball, I really don't. You can see it's not that much. You want to gently apply it throughout the entire boot. Don't just press it down in the middle here and then press it down and work from there. It's better to just go lightly and cover the entire toe and then work your way from there. So, the first thing I'm going to do is just start to apply the polish. I'm going to go and move in 1-inch circles, 1-inch diameter, my circles. I'm going to keep on going until, obviously, I run out of polish. So then I'm just going to put my boot down real quick. Going to make sure I have water on my cotton ball, and I'm going to dip it back into my polish, and I'm going to get a nice coat again. Let me see here. There we go. You should have about that much on it. Doesn't really matter. Then I'm going to keep on going with my boot. I usually put it on my knee. I'm going to keep on going until the entire boot is covered. As you can see here, I have the water, I call it throwing around the water. You can still see I have it on the shoe. And then let me just get it up close. So you can see the entire boot is covered in water droplets and polish. Okay? Now, second step, once your entire boot's covered, you're just going to take your cotton ball and you're going to keep on rubbing it all over the shoe. And you're going to work the polish into the leather. I've seen a lot of people just wipe off the polish as they go, and that's incorrect. You have to just keep on rubbing the polish until it's 100% into the boot. Because if you just wipe it off, then the leather has no chance to absorb that polish. After a while, you should be able to see a shine starting to peek through. If you've done it before, definitely, but if it's your first coat ever, maybe after 2 or 3 coats, you'll definitely start to see that shine peeking through almost right away. So you just keep on going. Get a better shot for you. And it should start to go in. Again, you have to have water on here, or else it won't work. While you're shining your shoes, you may encounter a problem where, as you keep on going with the cotton ball, you actually start to scrape up little grounds of either dirt or dried up polish, and you actually start to scrape the boot. I don't know if you can see it in the webcam. I'll add a picture for you, but you can kind of see that it starts to get scraped. And the best way to fix this problem is to press the cotton ball really hard against a flat surface on the boot. I'm pouring water everywhere, and then that'll get the cotton ball flattened again. Just add a little more polish, and then keep going over that spot. And you're going to keep on doing the 1-inch diameter circles, making sure you have water. You're going to keep on going until you get that shine. When you're done putting your coat of polish on, you could either keep on putting them on, put a few more on, or you could start to buff them out. Before you start and buffing them out right away, you want to wait at least 15 minutes for the polish to soak into the leather. After the 15 minutes, you're going to take a soft microfiber rag, or I use a ShamWow, any sort of really soft rag or cloth, and then you're going to start to buff them out. I've heard people saying that hard and quick is the best way to go with the rag, but I've achieved the best results by going very light and quick on the shoe. The reason why we buff out our shoes when we're done is because we can actually get them looking even shinier. So after you've waited 15 minutes, you could take your rag, and I like to fold it so that it's not a giant cloth. I usually fold it so that it's really not that thick at all. So then what you do is you hold it by the ends, stretch it out tight, and you just go light and quick. I'm barely even touching this boot, and it's making it look a lot shinier. I'll do a before and after picture so you can see, but you keep on going, and it makes it look way better. And after you've gotten a lot of polish on your shoes and you've built up a really nice shine, if you get a small scuff or a nick in your shoe, all you have to do is buff it out, and then you'll be fine. You don't even really need to put any polish on it. So this is a great method. It's really quick, and it's awesome because you don't even need a lighter. I know a lot of people use lighters to get a military shine. You don't even need that with this. And besides, lighters are contraband at encampment, so you can't use a lighter anyway, so you might as well do this. Alright, when you're done, it should look like a mirror. You should be able to see colors, and that's so you know if it's a good shine. This is the first coat of polish on these boots too. So, with that, I hope this helped you out, and please check out our Squadron Facebook page and the website when it's up. Thank you very much.